everyone, welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I'd just like to give a shout out to all the people that have been subscribed to me for so long, and I also want to thank all the new subscribers I've had as well. I really enjoy reading all your comments. I've got a lot of great feedback, and it's just really inspired me to keep being constant making videos. So I definitely do appreciate your comments and all your likes that you give me on my videos. Now that I've gotten that important factor out of the way, we can jump right into this week's video. So for this video, I am basically doing the most asked question I ever got while I had an undercut, and that is, how do you grow out an undercut or a shaved side? Now personally, I got an undercut. So whether you have an undercut or a shaved side and you're thinking of growing it out, or if you haven't gotten one yet and you're thinking of getting one, then this video is definitely for you. So I got an undercut in 2014. I'm not sure the exact month, but I believe it was around the middle of 2014. And when I got the undercut, I felt super cool. Like I felt like a bad gal, like bad girl Riri. And I just love the like sleeked up bun looks, because in the front I always look like so super classy. Then when I turn around and people see like, oh, okay, she's got a shaved back, you know, she's pretty edgy. So I definitely liked that edgy, classy look for a while. And so I basically rocked an undercut for an entire year. So that brings me to 2015. So about the middle of 2014 to the middle of 2015 is when I rocked my undercut. So I didn't make the conscious decision of growing out my undercut till mid 2015. That's when I told myself, like, okay, you are going to grow it out today. So during that period, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing, but I'd basically grow out my undercut for like a month and a half, then I'd rush right back to the barber and get it shaved off again, because every time it grew out, it just looked so bad. Like, it was so awkward. It was so awkward, and it just looked bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, when it grows out, it's not the most attractive looking thing. So that brings me into my first tip of growing out an undercut. It is that you will need patience. I didn't have patience. I wanted my hair to grow literally overnight. There's no magic potion, there's no magic pills that you can take. Yes, you can deep condition as much as you want. You can rub your scalp, do the inversion method, blah, 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 blah. You can do all of that, but you have to realize that you just shaved off all of your hair. So it's going to take time to grow. You basically like big chopped a section of your hair. And you know, it's gonna take time, and the sooner that you realize that you need patience, the better it's gonna be, and it's gonna stop you from basically stunting your growth. Like, I could have been so far ahead in my length for my undercut today if I did not shave off my hair continuously, because I didn't feel comfortable, and I was basically making profound decisions for a temporary situation.
Like, what's the point of cutting it off? Like, what do you gain from it except starting over and going through the awkward stage over and over and over again?
Now, the second thing that you have to have is understanding. So for a long time, I basically had to get it out of my head of how my hair was supposed to look versus how it was actually going to look. And honestly, it's really mental. Like I said, it's like big chopping a section of your hair and starting over. And it's like you have to give yourself time to get accustomed to it, but also understand and accept that, okay, this is part of my hair now. Like, I have to deal with this. And I feel like that it made the process so much easier, understanding that I have to go through this. Like, what else can you do? And honestly, you make it worse than it actually is. Like, it really does not. Okay, it does look bad, but it doesn't look as bad as you think other people think it looks, if that made any sense whatsoever to you. Like, After a while, when my hair grew a little bit more and I couldn't fit into a ponytail, but I could put like bobby pins to like clip it up into place with low buns. You know, it worked out. And at that point, I became more accepted when I realized, okay, I could actually work around this. So instead of basically trying to make your undercut work for you, you need to work for it as it's growing out. 3 is to experiment with your hair. So that basically piggybacks off of understanding. Once you understand your hair, you're definitely not afraid to experiment more. And honestly, once I accepted that my hair was gonna look like this for a while until it grew out, you know, I started doing all different type of styles. I did my perm rods, I did my braid outs, attempted wash and goes. Like, I did everything. Because I still loved to experiment with my hair. Like, if you watch my videos, every single video I have almost a different hairstyle because I get bored really quick with the same hairstyle and I love to experiment. So definitely make the most out of this process and just enjoy it. Like, it doesn't have to be like every day you have to constantly think about it. Like, I use the same concept for my undercut like I did for most of my hair, and that is leaving it alone and letting it be. Like, literally with my undercut that's growing out, all I do is wash it, condition it, and just let it grow in its natural state. I don't touch it, I don't alter it, I just basically let it be and do its thing. The 4th step is to embrace the journey. Like, what can you do? Like, that's you. That's who you are. You have a section of your hair that's a little bit shorter than the rest. Like, that's you. There's nothing you can do about it. So why not embrace it, and why not enjoy the journey of trying different hairstyles and just embrace the journey of growing it out? Because I mean, eventually it will grow out. And honestly, my main goal is healthy hair. That is my #1 priority, but at the same time, I am by no means boring when it comes to my hair. I love to experiment. So, you know, feel free to like cut your hair, feel free to color your hair, and to do all these things, because at the end of the day, it is your hair. You only live once. YOLO. You gotta enjoy it just like you gotta enjoy everything else in life. So I hope this video answered your question on how I have been growing out my undercut. I wanted to do this video because I realized there's not a lot of videos out for people going through this awkward stage of growing out an undercut. So this video is not only for y'all, it is for me as well, because I'm trying to get through this struggle. But like I said, I'm very open-minded to it, and I am gonna own up to this awkward stage and just enjoy the process. Like I said, embrace the journey. I hope this video answered a lot of your questions about growing out an undercut. If you have any more questions, basically, definitely do leave them below in the comment box. I'll be glad to answer them for you. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace!
I'm super excited. I'll see this.